Alright everybody, welcome to Thursday stream. Today we're going to be doing some Wisteria, or you could use this for also anything that's got a pinnacle shape to it, so hydrangeas, lilac would be another one, wisteria. Either one of those would work with this. You could even do viburnums, even though they're round. It would probably apply with that type of flower shape, because it's a bunch of flowers clustered together. So just let me get my chat up here so you can see what's going on. Hey Michelle, good to see you. Just want to move my box, chat box, if I can. There we go. All right. Hey Lena. I loved your girl you did. That was awesome. I love the colors you used. That was really good. Excellent job. So yesterday we did this rose, and so it's a quick one. It's not an illustrative botanical illustration type of thing that you would frame. It's for my sketchbook, so I'm happy with this. Now I did get some people that were inquiring also about shading, and I know this is a very common question, is how to shade properly. And so next week on Tuesday I'll be addressing that. And that again is just basically a way of thinking, like I explained with perspective and foreshortening. Same applies to the shading aspect of your drawings or your paintings, whatever you're doing. I loved yours with the fat sketch. Yeah, the line, I'll actually get that out. That's what we did in our members stream. If you're interested in, there's a whole bunch of different videos there and downloadables for your sketch and that type of thing. So I explain how to do these different techniques for your art pages, for canvases, whatever it is. We're doing that particular video. So this, yeah, this was done with just inks, stencil, and markers. So yeah, the depending on your line width, it does change the look of your drawing, whatever you're drawing. So it gives it weight. So you don't always have to write everything down or draw everything down. You can leave open areas because your mind's eye will fill in that area. So that was really fun. I want to do a bunch more of these. There's so many different ways of going about this one. Hey Janet. Hey Colleen. And then the budding artist, this was what I had for you guys to play with. And these are 4 different girl figures that I had, and you can use them whatever way you wanted to do. But what I was showing you is sometimes you just cut out some collage and paste it on. I just did very little color, so this was the only marker and the shoes I did. But you can use these for your diaries or sketchbooks, whatever you're doing. I plan to shrink these and use them in my I still don't know what to call it. I guess it's a visual diary of my day or whatever day I'm writing about. And I like to have a little bit of art in with it, just not all writing. Sometimes I like to do just drawings to describe my day. And these are just out of my insect books and that type of thing. That's a moth, and I just made it part of her dress. So you can use your imagination and play with it. There's a little fairy type girl with, depending on how detailed you want to get it. You can also add pen work on top of the magazine images, spruce it up a little bit. The reason why I did this is sometimes just the line drawing with the colored painting or photograph or whatever you're going to put on top of it is all you need. I really like this look. I used to do quite a bit of that, but you know how you get into other things and other ways of doing stuff and they kind of fall behind. And it's a good idea to go through your old journals, because sometimes you'll see some techniques or different styles that you used to do and you forgot about, and you can bring them back into your new stuff that you're doing now, and it really looks awesome. When you say member is, no, it's right on YouTube. It's I'm not sure what you're watching this on. If you're on an Apple product, you probably can't see down below the screen. There's a little button that says join beside subscribe. If you can't see that, you'll probably have to go through your Chrome browser, not the app, enable to see the join button. And you just press on the join button and it'll take you to a page describing the different levels and how much they are. So each level I do something different, and the higher you go up, the more you'll get. So if you're up in the blooming artist, you get all the other levels below included. And if you just want the printables for all the paintings I do, that's the first level. Artistic seedlings. Great, Michelle. So that was fun, and I want to do some more of these, maybe just some different poses sitting, and I'm going to shrink these down and use them in different ways. So I'll probably next week I'll show you that, what I've done with them, and give you some ideas on what you can do with them. And what else? Today we got to get into our June file folder. So this was April. I'm not sure where I put my May file folder. Must be around here. I got such a mess down here right now. I have to clean. I really do. I have no idea where I put my file folder for May. But anyways, we're going to do June. And Lena was showing me some of her garden flowers, and she has a beautiful wisteria vine, and I love wisteria. I don't have one, believe it or not. Lena, you got something I don't have in my garden. And so I thought I would do that and use it as my front June file folder. That was the link for the membership if you are on the app. Oh, thanks, Lena. Did it show? I don't see it. God, you like my... It was gorgeous, Lena. I loved it. I love a wisteria. So I thought it would be kind of pretty to do a wisteria kind of weeping over this. So instead of doing on a scrapbook paper, I'm going to do kind of, it's not really bokeh background, but if you ever notice some professional photography of plants, that type of thing, they'll be very focused in the flower and then the background kind of looks blurred out. That's what I want to do. And to do that, we're just going to probably put some different paint and maybe sponging. You could actually use your jelly plate and smear a bunch of paint on and then just press it on. That might be kind of fun to do, actually. Should I get my... You could actually do it right on here, too. That'd be a mess, though. Let me think. What would be the easiest way? Some people don't have... yeah, we could use this. This is just wax paper. So why don't we try and do that? Now, because this is a file folder and I haven't prepped it, the paint is going to move right in there, and then you can't move it at all. So the first layer is kind of going to be set into the paper. But with mixed media, you can add layer and layer and layer. So what I'm going to do is I've got some craft paint here, and I want to keep the background fairly light. I want to add a little bit of the bluish periwinkle blue type of color that wisteria are. Now there are different colors of wisteria, but I'm going to stick with that soft periwinkle blue. And the new growth from the leaves are a really pretty green, soft, almost it's not a bright citron green. It's more, it's almost got a little bit of ochre in it. It's very pretty. So we can add some buff, some white. Let's see. I'm just trying to... organize my windows here. Oh, did I just get rid of you guys? I don't think so. Uh-oh. Oh, I did. I think I just closed my... Oh, no, I didn't. I thought I closed you guys up, but I didn't. Ooh, that was a scary moment there. Okay. On large screen. Okay, so what else? Periwinkle blue. You can use dioxazine purple and just lighten it with a little bit of sky blue if you wanted to. Or if you have some periwinkle blue, you can use that. So let's see. Periwinkle blue. There you go. And I'll use a little bit of the dioxazine purple too. Oh, doesn't sound like it's very good though. Let's see. Let's see what this one's like. This one's better. Bluebell. Similar, it'll do. And a little bit of the green, so I'm going to use a little bit of a citron green maybe, or a bit of light avocado would work too. Okay, I just lost my chat. Just lost my chat. I can't see you guys. How do I get it back? Nope. Uh-oh. Darn. Oh, there it is. Oh, I found it. Okay, I found it. Sorry, guys. You think I'd be good at this by now. Oh gosh. I'm so dense when it comes to all this stuff. I really shouldn't touch things. Now I gotta move it there. That, and then... Hey, Nancy. There. I think I got it right. Yep, I got it now. Oh my God, sorry. All right, so I'm just gonna throw some paint. This is light buff on this wax paper. You could do this on your jelly print too. Maybe some a little bit of this color. That was almost done. And then let's see, a big brush. And let's see what we get. Or I could use my sponge, depends what, I don't want to scrape too much to muddy it too much. I want some areas to be lighter than others, so let's see what we can do. So I'm just gonna put it down, rub it. Let's squish it around a little bit, move it. Oh, cool. Drag it. And then just blot it. Any areas I want darker? It's kind of like finger painting, but you don't get your fingers as bad. Okay. Then, if I want some areas, I'm going to take a baby wipe. Where did they go? Okay. Where did I put baby wipes? Oh well, I guess I'll have to use this. I'm going to put it in a little bit of water. And I'm just going to soften it. Fill in some areas that I didn't get. And then I'm going to take some of that buff again, put it on the side of my mat. And maybe a little bit of blue. A little more green. Darker areas, just a few, not a lot. So depending on what you use will give you a different effect too. clean that up a little bit so I'm not putting my arm in it. Okay. Okay, and let's dry that up. So how's everybody doing today? Are you getting outside, or are you doing some art? How are you being creative today? Alright, so now what I want to do is Wisteria hangs. That's the beauty of it. And it usually you see it on walls or on arbors, that type of thing. Pagodas have it. Many ways. You can even make them into trees. So I want to do more of a close-up of a cluster or a few clusters, and these are so easy. And you can also do what I'm going to show you, how you do the flowers, with many other types of anything that is hanging like that, or in a pentacle shape, like lilacs, that type of thing. So I'm going to take probably something that you're going to be able to see here. Yeah, this should do. So I want to have a branch, and they're usually the older stalks of a branch are usually thicker, but wisteria have a lot of vining new growth on them. Not as much in the spring, but as soon as it's almost started to finish flowering, you'll see they grow like crazy. They'll grow numerous feet in a matter of a month, and a lot of times you have to cut them back because they grow crazy. And then they have what they call spurs. When they're first in the spring, the first time, they start to get these spurs along the main stems, not the new stuff. It's always the older stems. So you usually see these spurs of flowers that develop, and they hang down. And sometimes there's a few spurs in one, and sometimes there's just a few flowers. It depends how old your plant is, your vine. But we'll do a few of those. And then you'll see where the spurs are, that's where your leaves start to come up. And there's a few other areas where the leaves start to come out. But so that's all I'm going to do. So this is so easy. I'm wrecking my rose I drew. You're wrecking it? It's never wrecking. It's always learning. That's the way I look at it. You learn with each one you do. I have this, I'm looking across the room, and I'm in the basement, so it's like a half window, half below ground, and there's this bird pecking at the window at me. And he's been there for a good 10 minutes now, and he keeps like he wants in or something. It's weird. I don't know whether he sees the lights in here or what. It's strange. All right, so what I want to do is I want to get this is the, this one's called Bluebell, but it's very much Wisteria color. And I want some dioxazine purple. So you want a few colors in the same family. So dioxazine purple, that Bluebell, and then I want some of this light buttermilk. And what we're going to do is we're going to more or less use the shape of our brush to make the flowers. It's his reflection he is attacking. Yeah, maybe. He's on the ground. He's at the bottom of the window. And he's just going like crazy. It's weird. No way. I bought a hawk in my breezeway. You brought in a hawk in your breezeway? Hey, Dot. It's weird. I've seen them do that in mirrors on your car, like your side mirrors. I used to have robins do that to my side mirrors, and cardinals. They were always doing that. Now, they have the Wisteria have almost a pea shaped, so like a sweet pea. I don't know if you guys know what that looks like. Let's see. So they have like this large top part, and then they have this kind of like a, I don't know what you'd call it, cup of some sort on the bottom. And the top part is usually much lighter and the bottom is darker. May have to disappoint suddenly. Doctor is coming. Heart is playing. Oh no, Dot. Oh gosh. Yeah, take care of that. We'll have you in our prayers for sure, Dot. Oh boy. So it's usually the bottom one is just one single one and the top is larger. So what we want to do, there's different ways of painting this, but if you have a round, or not round, a filbert brush, and a filbert brush. Let me see if I can find one that's not too big. Filbert. Where are my filberts? I have a big one here. This is a filbert. See, it has a rounded top. So anything like that, you could probably do it with a round, a large round too. Let me see what else I got here. Oh, there's a smaller one. Yes, stay calm, Dot. Relax. I'll try and stay calm and let you take in my calmness. Keep you calm while they are waiting. So this is a filbert. So now what you can do is you can double load your brush. So I'll show you on this paper here first. So because the top, this part is usually lighter, we'll dip in this one color first, and then once that's loaded, then just dip in the very top so you have a loaded brush of two colors. And then you can, because I know the light color that's on top of it will go on first. I want that to go on the lightest area of the flower, so that would be on the top part here. So you just squeeze it down. So it just gives a little bit of a streaking. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try it again. You can do it with let's see if I can, I don't know how many of you have filberts. Let's see if I can do this with a large round. It might be easier for you. Let's try this one. Seeing what's the best way of I might have to do it in a different way for you, because I don't think this is going to work out for you guys. Let me think. Always try out different brushes, because you never know. Let's try the just experiment. I want to do this fairly simple so that there's not too much tiny strokes that you have to do. So I'm just seeing what brush it would be the easiest. I think, let me see, just a minute, a round one again. going to use this, actually, I'm going to use this one. So it's a flat, but I'm going to use it on its side. I think that will be the easiest way for you to do it. I don't want this to become a real tedious, tight looking painting. So, now the way they bloom is the very bottom is where all the buds are, and as it goes up, they're more open at the top part here. The very end of where they hang is usually where all the buds are that haven't opened yet. So I'm going to make a heart, kind of. Can you guys see that good enough? So maybe, or should I take my lighting down a bit? Boy, my leg's really bad. Okay, you can see it. Or I'll bring you in a little bit. So, and they're wider at the top part here. So I'm just going to make, now you don't have to do them all the same. They can be, maybe you only see one stem or one petal. So just mix it up. Use some with white more than others. But I like the streaking when you do this. Just gives it a little bit of textural look to it, and a different variance of the color. So go along your stems, the top parts anyways, and put a bunch of these little marks in. Don't worry if they don't make sense, because we're going to add a bunch of layers. And the reason why I put the lines down, it just shows me where I want the flower to go down. You can make it wider. It just gives you a direction to go, that's all. As you get down, put a little bit of that dioxazine purple, because the buds are really dark. So the lighter ones are at the top usually. So there's quite a few flowers on them, so don't be scared of overlapping them. You can change the color up a little bit by adding the dioxazine purple with the, what is it, buttermilk. So it gives you a little bit of a cooler purple. All right. Then the bottom ones are darker, so I'm going to use mostly the dioxazine purple. You can mix a little bit of the other bluebell or whatever medium purple you have. And wherever there's two of these other ones that you did together, you can just add a little mark in between them, and that kind of gives you the look of that lip that they have. So I haven't dried this, so if it mixes in with some of them, that's fine. You won't see all of them, so don't put every single one in. You might just see part of it, so they can be large, small, going different ways. That poor little bird's gonna get a headache. He's still there, going like crazy. All right. Hey, Kathy. So, see, it's just basic. Now what you can do is take a script liner, or if you have a paint marker, you can use that. And I'm just going to take some of that, what is it, avocado light, maybe add a little bit of that buttermilk color and mix a little bit of a lighter shade, and I'm just going to put in some stems here and there. I'm going to lighten that up a little more. So it would show through, that's not really shining through up. It's not quite dark enough. It's too similar to my background, so I'm going to put some of this bright green here in it. See if that makes a difference. Yeah. And it's just one stem that they grow off of. So you don't put the flowers connecting to the stem necessarily. Just wherever you put that line to guide you, just if you see it through any of the petals that you put on, then you can put it in there. It's a real quick way of doing flowers. Okay. Now I can take let's see. I think I'm going to do that light green for the leaves. I'm just going to take my flat again and a little bit of that avocado and a little bit of that buttermilk and mix a nice light color. And then for the leaves, they kind of point, they grow up, but the leaves are tender, so they kind of droop almost. So you can just put a stem up that they would be growing off. Usually they're not too long when they first start. You see them just starting when the leaves are, or the flowers are just starting to grow. So they're not going like crazy yet. And then you just make some droopy lines for the leaves. You can paint over some of your petals if you want. That would look nice too. Gives a little more of a realistic look. It's more of a impressionistic style, I guess you could say. It's not necessarily a realism. You can change up your shades of green too, if you want. And then let's see, if you have some brown, I'll mix up a little bit of that with some of that buttermilk, and I'm going to make just paint in the stem area a little bit. I'm not too worried about the petals. I should have done this before I put the petals in, but I didn't. It's always good to show you what, if you do that, how you can fix it. So it's basically put your stem in and then you can just paint over it. Because it's acrylic, that's the nice thing. Okay. I think I'm going to put a little bit of brown with that green. I want to darken that green up a little bit. I don't think the leaves are, some of the leaves aren't showing quite the way I want. So I want some dark ones too. This contrast is what makes the painting. So if everything's the same, you don't have that interest of viewing it. Some more light green. I'm almost out of that. It's too bad, I love this stuff. Kind of think I have these long twirling viney tentacle things that grab onto whatever they can reach. So I'm just making this up as I go, just to have fun with it. Okay, I'm going to take that flat brush again and put some more petals in. So I can go right over top of some of that stem here that I put in. You can lighten areas if you want. Bring it out further. The lighter sections would be up front. So the more you put on, the deeper your picture looks. So it gives it a lot of depth. You just have to remember on shadows, lights and darks, what would be your shadowed areas would be inside the cluster, whereas your lighter areas would be on top. You just have to, this is something you just have to play with until you like what you have, or maybe you want to change something up, or you just play with it until you like the strokes that you're doing. So that's why I strongly suggest doing a lot of your stuff in your journal. That's where you experiment, or in your sketchbook. And then I can put my little lips, or whatever they're called, in, and that can be in the darker areas. So let's see. Just play. The more you do, the better it looks. Now I'm concentrating a lot of buttermilk on the very top, just to give that indication that those are the most open ones. So they would be the older ones, and they would be lighter because they would fade. Hey, Ray. Okay, so that's it so far. So you could put sediments, you could put a butterfly on there, you could do all kinds of stuff. I think I'll probably, I'm thinking of getting my Cricut out. I haven't used it in years. And make some letters to put over top. I think that would kind of look pretty. Let's dry this. And you could also put collage on if you wanted to. Let me see. Or a stamp. They do have a little bit of yellow. Where this, I don't know if they're stamens or what, in the center. You could put a few of those in here and there. On the top ones where you would see it. Just a few. Kind of relaxing, actually, doing these. It's kind of a form of doodling. Hey, Mary. The dreaded wisteria, it's trying to eat my house. Yes, they can get out of hand very quickly if you don't keep it trimmed. It is beautiful though. But that, and what's the other one? Trumpet vine. That stuff grows like it grows like underground. It comes up like 50 feet away from where you planted it. I had some of that in one of my older homes. Oh my gosh. Never again. I'm going to put some more swirly doos. And I can always come back. Kind of nice to go over top of your stuff too. Gives you a little bit of dimension. And what else could we do? Could put a butterfly, I guess, on it. Let's see. Let's do one of those cream colored ones. Don't know what they're called. So maybe one right here. It's not a very good brush. And give them a little brown body. Paint them in a little bit more. It's kind of opaque color. And then we'll just take some markers and finish them off. Let's dry it. Ah, but it must be gorgeous when it's out. I know what you mean, though. They can be a brute. Let's see. I'm going to take a... Can't remember if the bottom one sticks out or the top one. Yeah, we'll do the bottom. I'm making this one up. Probably not the markings, but I'm making it up. It's a new species. To make them stand out a little bit, and just put a bunch of black on them. And if you want to look up butterflies and get the right markings and everything, be my guest. But this is just for my file folder, so I'm just going to let it be the way it is. Have fun with it. Buzzing from all the beads. That's pretty. You could put a bunch of them on there if you wanted to. Maybe let's put another one on so he's not lonely. Maybe one that's open. So we'll put one right here. On a bit of an angle. That's okay. Sunbathing. And then some Let's dry it and then match him up. Nice, Colleen. I have a purple robe locust in bloom right now, and it is covered in bees. It kind of is like this too, but it's pink, dark pink. And it smells like lily of the valley. It's so nice. Okay, let's do the pen work. Put some antennas on them. That. You don't see his legs, so see, top part I have these marks. The circle. And then the lines. Let's see. How did I do this? I think like that. Kind of a weird looking one. Very pretty, Kathy. I love the butterfly. I have to go back to work. Okay, have a great day, Mary. Thanks for popping in. It's fun. Just play. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. Just get out there and be creative. Have some fun. You know, I could probably put in Zentangles even, really. Anything. With mixed media, anything is a go. Could put, what else? I think I'm going to put either June down here or across here. I'm not sure. I like something a little fancier. I don't have a stencil that's would look right. Just looking around. All right. What else could I do? Probably it would look nice if I darkened the corners a little bit. I could do that with some green, or I could use ink too. Let's see. Some brown. This is just paint. Dirty up the edges a little bit. Let's see. I did that earlier, Mary. Yeah, it's fun. Just play. Play. Make a mess. Use whatever you have. It's fun to experiment. I think I want to put some light going through here a bit. Not sure. Thinking. Or do I leave it and put in stenciling maybe? Let's see what I got out here. I think there needs to be a little something in the background. I think it's a little too, there's not enough variance in the tones. This is one of leaves and stuff, so if I were to take let's see, a sponge and use some of that cream color, that buttermilk color. Wet my sponge a little bit so it's a little bit soupy. And then I can see where I have the wisteria, so let's see what happens if I put a little bit of light going through here. Yeah. Sometimes it just a little bit is all you need. Maybe a little touch up here. Just a little bit different. Kind of gives it that, there's more behind there than just a flat color. You don't even have to be able to recognize the shape. Okay, see how it just changes, gives it a little something in the background, makes it a little more appealing. Yeah, I could even actually go with some darker color too. Like if I were to, let's try it. It's a file folder, we can try it. See what happens. It may be a complete fail, but it's worth a try. It's a little bit of that brown. Just a smidge. And we'll put some of that in. Just a smidge. Down here. There. Aw, Mary, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. There, see how it just seems to just give it a little bit more interest in the background. Now I think I'm going to take some, even a white marker. So I have a Posca marker here. I'm going to make some highlights. So wherever see the light would be coming down this way. So just maybe on the tips of some of these petals. It doesn't have to be all of them. It could be just a few. And that kind of brings them forward too. So if you have Poscas, get them out. I do like the Poscas. This is the first time I've ever had Poscas. I decided to get some white ones. And hopefully I did order some black too. I don't know if I'd use all of the colors. We'll see. I might buy some more. But I do like the fine tipped ones. So I did get some less expensive ones, but they have problems, I must admit. They seem to dry up and then I can't use them. Thanks, Mary. Have a fantastic day. And thanks so much. So I'm just putting a few highlights in here just to bring up some of these so that they're looking a little bit more up front. Let's see. None of them have ever dried up? Awesome. It's good to know, Kathy. I know you're the Posca queen. How long have you had them? This is those inexpensive ones. They're not that old. I might have had them maybe a year and a half, if that. I do make sure the caps are on tight. Yeah. Oh, I gotta show you. I did get some new markers I have to show you. This was just, yeah, I don't know what you call it. I saw it and I thought, what a cool marker. I have to try them. So I got some. They're not expensive, but they are totally awesome. And Janet, they would be awesome for Zentangling. You guys have probably seen them. Outline markers. Has anyone got these? I'll show you. I think they come out in 18 colors. I'll show you. On a piece of paper. These are awesome. So you have to press them, let the air out first when you first get them, and then press them down until the ink starts to flow. Doesn't take long, but okay, get ready. Watch this. Do you see it? They're metallic and they outline. And here's the black. They come in blue, red, pink, orange, yellow, gold, green. Here's the black. So they outline. I thought that was so cool. They're metallic. I'm going to use them in my my diary, my visual diary for doing lettering. I think that's so cool. So you can make large, see, even though I'm going over the lines, it covers it. Now they could. This is just sketch paper, but it's not bad. So if I let's see. No, it's not bad as long as you don't stick in one spot too much. Now, let's see, copy paper. Maybe in high school. They smell like they're, there's a bit of a smell, but nothing bad. No, not really an oily. I don't know, what's it say here? It's ink based. No, wait a minute. Marks on anything, water-based ink, UV resistant. Shake well, pressed, release. That's all it says. Water-based ink. No, they're not really smelly. They have a slight smell, but it's not bad. I don't know what they're made out of. There's nothing on the writing or anything here. I don't know. But I saw those and I thought, oh, they would be so cool in a journal, right? Now see, that went through copy paper. So there's the black, the ink itself, but the metallic stays on top. Maybe the high school, which I don't even want to think how long ago was. That would be. You remember these? I don't. I didn't have that kind of cool stuff when I went to school. But I think they'll be cool in journals and stuff. So you'll just have to watch what what kind of paper you're using. But yeah, and they were cheap enough, something to play with for sure. Thanks, Kathy. I thought they were neat. There it is. I'm surprised Patty Tully Parrish hasn't found those. She would like that. It kind of reminds me of that Chinese ink that's got the metallic in it. Yeah, so I just thought I'd show you that. There's the, I'll just have to find some, see what I can print, or not print, cut out of my Cricut, and I'll put June in here somewhere. And that'll be my, for my June. I gotta find my May. I don't even remember what I did in May. Gosh, there's April. What did I do in May? I'll have to see if I can find it. I've been needing something to order. I just thought it was really cool. You're welcome. All right, so I'm gonna yeah, it did bleed through a bit. But be cool to play with. So I guess I'll let you guys go, and I'm sure we'll see somebody on stream tonight or for the rest of the week. So we'll see you on Tuesday for watercolor. And we're going to be practicing shadows, how to do shadows. And this will apply for any kind of medium that you're working with. So drawing, painting, whatever. I've had a few requests for that, so we'll try that. See if I can explain it well enough to help you guys work on your shadows a little more easier. All right, so have a fantastic day, everybody, and get your sketchbooks out and do some creative drawing or painting or just journaling. Have a good one, everyone. We'll talk to you later.